Hey Virgos, welcome to your reading. If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. I'll leave information about what decks of cards I'll be using in the description box, along with how to contact me for personal readings. Okay guys, all that in the description box there. So let's see what's going on with you guys. I have separated the chakra cards from this deck, so I'm going to pull one of them now so that we can see which one of your chakras may need cleansing to help with the situation in this reading. Okay, so we have the throat chakra. Okay, so same as Cancers. We have a passion ignited in the past and solitude in the present and suffering in silence in the future. Maybe if you don't cleanse that throat chakra there, because it looks like, you know, you've been in love and then you've gone into hermit mode here with these nines. But I feel like at present, when, you know, you are learning, keeping yourself to yourself, focusing on you, searching for answers here, and actually finding them. I feel like if you stay alone too long, you end up this, you know, suffering in silence. So it might be that you started off in hermit mode and, you know, felt good working on yourself spiritually, but then maybe becoming quite lonely if you don't make these changes. And that's why I'm doing these readings here, so that, you know, if the future, if the path, the trajectory we're on, the energy coming towards us isn't so great, we can take notice of what we might need to do. Okay, so cleansing your throat chakra. Maybe you're a person who, when faced with a problem, you don't say anything, you keep yourself to yourself, and then maybe you think about it a little too much after and, you know, think to yourself, maybe I should have said something. Maybe you are one of those people who speak up too much and, you know, say to people, look, get out my life, I don't want to be with you, and then you end up suffering in silence. So your throat chakra may need, you know, calming down or awakening up. So cleanse it and you'll know which one it is for you. So focus on that. If you don't speak up enough, you know, awaken your throat chakra there, cleanse it and say, you know, I wish to be able to say what I need to say in the right moment so that it doesn't stay with me and then I don't suffer in silence. Okay, guys? So we don't want you guys heading towards this future. We want to be able to change that. And how you're going to change that is by speaking when you need to, right? So if you have this burning or energy or whatever it is inside you where you feel like I need to talk to somebody, but maybe my pride or my ego is stopping me, right? Then you have to work on your ego. You have to work on your throat chakra. And I don't know why that box is banging over there, but it is. And you have to say what you need to say, get it out of you here, and maybe free yourself from that situation where, you know, missing somebody in silence is not really serving you any purpose. Maybe you need to speak your truth and say, I miss you, right? And then either you could move forward or let go or transition a lot better. So it may be that this person blocked you, so you can't say what you need to say to them. And you feel like, well, I can't reach out and talk to them for whatever reason. Hopefully it's not because of ego and pride, because if you're working on that with the Hermit here, I feel like you should know better than to hold on to things that are not serving you, right? And know that maybe them blocking you was protection, not rejection. Ace of Cups, and here we have it with the passion ignites here. So I definitely feel like it's this wanting to talk to somebody you love, or maybe wanting somebody to love and to say, I love you. It, like I said, it could be you who's not saying it to somebody you love, right? Because in the past here, there was this communication of love. There was this excitement for love and passion and this drive, okay? And, you know, it happens at the beginning of a relationship and then it can quieten down depending where we are in a relationship and things like that. But I feel like it's like needing to tell somebody, I need you to know that I love you here. It might be your soulmate and you are blocking them and keeping to yourself and working on yourself with these cards at the moment, right? And you're thinking, look, they blocked me, rejected me, and so I'm not going to talk to them. But if you're doing it and it's hurting yourself, you may need to rethink this, okay? So you'll know how it is for you. It doesn't mean like it's going to be the same for everybody, does it? Okay, let's see here. Like I said, I'll leave the name of the deck of cards in the description box. 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's getting too much for you now, keeping it to yourself. It really is. You know, it really is building up. It can even feel like loneliness that's building up, right? Because maybe, okay, I was cutting off all my friends and family, and maybe that's what you felt, you know, your spirit needed at that time. But now it's getting quite lonely, and maybe you want to talk to somebody, or you want to communicate with family, you want to make friends. You've got to go ahead and do that. Lay this burden to rest. Whatever is not serving you, let it go here, okay? A change coming to the burden if you allow it. A 5 of Cups. I'll tell you why I said a change coming to the burden if you allow it. Because we can see you staying in these 9s, not wanting to push past to the 10 of Wands and end the cycle. So maybe pride stopping you. Okay, I'm not going to talk to them first. Do you see what I mean? So we all have free will, and that's okay. Maybe you feel like, well, they did me wrong. But it seems to me that you might be carrying the burden with you, even though they was the one who did you wrong. And we see this 5 of Cups, so it's causing sadness and loneliness and missing somebody, a longing for a connection when we have these 9s and we see you alone here. So like I said, either making new friends or meeting people who you already had a connection with, but you've been keeping to yourself. I know the current situation in the world, so maybe we've been self-isolating and we've got too used to it. That can happen once we go into hermit mode. We sort of get used to being alone. It's a very dangerous thing because, you know, people can be a little bit rubbish. So we may feel like we don't want that burden of other people in our life, but then we bring on a different burden, loneliness. People are, you know, from tribes, and we want other people in our life and that other connection, and it inspires learning and growth. Ace of Pentacles here now. Yeah, a very firm offer and beautiful aces that are coming in for you here. It's saying let go of the burden and you'll have an opportunity for love in your life, commitment in your life, even good money in your life. So don't hang on to the loneliness. It's not what life is about, to be by yourself. Even if you are learning and growing, you know, it's beautiful to experience it with people and share with people, whether it be a romantic partner, related to business as well, if you like. If you started a business and the burden's getting too much, you know, for you to deal with it by yourself, maybe look into having somebody come on as a partner and things like that, a silent partner. And, you know, just speaking up here, really. Or maybe learning to stay quiet and not kick people out of your life all the time, right? So whichever it is for you. But beautiful opportunities with the aces here. 3 of Swords, yeah, holding on to this burden is just hurting yourself. The pain is to grow with, not to stay alone, okay? It's not to make you feel like I never want to love again. It's to help you to grow and learn to love unconditionally. So take with you what you learn and leave the rest behind, okay? Queen of Cups, and we are going into Cancer season here, but could for some indicate a water sign that you're dealing with here. I don't really like calling out signs, but some people like me to do it. But here I feel like it can be sort of a nurturing, mothering, parenting energy. that you may have had to do to yourself. It's like maybe some people grew up and had to parent themselves, so they're used to being alone with that solitude. And it's I guess, you know, when we're codependent on other people being in our life, it's kind of a negative as well to be like so used to being alone, right? I get it, you know, you had to love yourself, support yourself, take care of yourself, and pick yourself up even maybe when you was hurt. So you're like, I'm fine by myself. You know, I do everything for myself. I always have, and that's how I want to continue. But is it really? You know, are you hurting yourself by keeping yourself to yourself? Maybe it started off somebody else hurt you, but now you're hurting yourself here. So just be careful of that, okay, guys? I feel like there is an opportunity for love coming towards you with a water sign here. Yeah, Six of Swords, you need to start moving forward past this heartbreak. Start doubling the effort to get out and about now, okay? It's going to do you very well, especially if we've been stuck inside because of lockdown. Start to get out, start to think more positively, clear your mind, right? This is travel coming as well, or somebody traveling, maybe even over water to see you here, to offer this Ace of Cups. The King of Swords, they are coming in very quickly, and they are also somebody who is very smart, very educated as well, very ascended as well, okay? So they have a lot of knowledge. So I feel like this person is going to be sent to tempt you, intrigue you, and make you want to talk, because it seems you have a lot of spiritual knowledge as well. So you'll enjoy conversations with this person that will then lead to love, okay? So, yeah, you don't want to be suffering alone. Allow new people in. Yeah, the World card. You want to change and end this cycle of this solitude now, okay? You've been alone long enough. The Divine's telling you, look, get out there with the Six of Swords. Start a new cycle. You know, this could even be like you've been alone for years by yourself with the World card. And it's time for something new. We can't learn something new if we don't put ourselves in new situations, right? So we're not just here to experience one thing. So try and, you know, put an ending to being alone here, I feel. This just flipped over, the Page of Cups reversed, and you're like, not until they apologize. Okay, so let's see. The Nine of Wands again. We have the Nine of Wands up here and the Hermit here. So these three nines. I think Cancer had it a few weeks ago, this three nines in a reading. So if any of you are relating to a water sign, maybe watch that video here. I think there's protecting the fruits of your labor, and then there's stopping your life continuing forward here. And you really have to be honest with yourself. Which are you doing? You know, are you protecting yourself from getting hurt, but also to the extreme where you're not living life? So just, you know, you'll know what's best with you. Use your own discretion. But it's time for new experiences and new people here. Even opportunities for love. Good luck, guys.